This past weekend, we vended at the Woodbridge Center Mall in central New Jersey, and we completed the end of our US collection sell off. I have some updates for you on what's going on in the market, the vendors, the people, and what we're dealing with. I feel it's important moving forward that we understand the current state of the market and where we go from here. Welcome to the channel, guys. You're watching APK Collectibles, and we vended this past weekend over in central New Jersey. And it's important to talk about the things that were going on. We're going to start with the Charizard Phantasmal Flames UPC. When I got there, I saw them everywhere, and I spoke to every person carrying them because I didn't think people would be paying the prices they were paying. Every single person there was paying $200. They were not blinking. There were at least 10 to 12 people I spoke to, plus more carrying them around. Every person I asked paid $200. That's really important to understand in this marketplace. People are paying the scalper prices or the markup prices. There's a lot going on, maybe that's disconnected from the marketplace or from what we see on the internet, and it's important to go through. So when I got there, as soon as I got there, there was a man. I post a short. I'll link it at the end of this video. He came around and tried to buy 5 booster boxes. We worked out a deal, and then he wanted to buy all 13. Now, we just got into the show. I bought 13 booster boxes with me, and I told him that from being at the show, from being a collector, I've been at this show for a year now, that he was not going to find a better deal than what I was offering him. He took a lap around the mall and he came back about 20 minutes later. Now, in that time frame, there was a vendor, 26 years old, a couple rows down, that came over and told me not to deal with him. So I don't know why he would say that. Maybe because he thought that the prices he was given wasn't good enough. But I will go through that deal right now and we will talk about it. So I had 13 booster boxes with me. I had Battle Styles, Vivid Voltage, and then SV 1 through 10. And I had 2 SV base boxes, so 13 boxes. I sold all those boxes for an average of $250. And we're going to go through the deal now, okay? So he is on Whatnot, and all the people I spoke to that had big purchases are on Whatnot. Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles is pretty much market $250. SV base, 2 boxes is pretty much market. Paldea Evolved, he got for $250. That's the biggest cut he got in the deal. I paid $100 for it 3 years ago. My situation is different than that vendor situation. Maybe he bought it for $300. I can make that deal as an older, longer-term collector moving into a business model. Maybe he can't, and maybe he gets shafted a lot. I don't know his situation. Obsidian Flames, $250. Market is $300. I lost $50 on that. Again, I paid $100. Okay? Surging Sparks, I paid $160 for that at release. I got $250 for it. Paradox Rift, I paid $80. Temple Forces, I paid $100. I got $250 for them. That's around market right now. Stellar Crown, I got $250 for. Twilight Masquerade, $250. A little discount again. And then Journey Together, $250. And then you had Destined Rivals, which I paid $240 from the flippers around the neighborhood to $250. So I broke even on that box. So on 10 boxes, I got market. And on the Destined Rivals, I broke even. On the Paldea Evolve, I lost $150 a market, but I still made 150% of my money. And on Obsidian Flame, I lost 50% of market, and I still made 100% of my money. So that deal angered that vendor because I'm moving product to raise cash for a business where he is just a vendor. And I guess this guy has been known to go around and lowball people. So that's kind of what we dealt with first. So that from that deal, I could have went home after that. He came back 10 minutes later. He bought the Paldean Fate TTB for $200, 2 Crown Zenith TTBs for $200, Shining Fates for $100, and then I had a ripped Paldean Fates for I gave it to him for $150 because he took everything. Had a big rip on the top of the tear. So he came back 10 minutes later, and what he said to me was, "There's not a vendor here giving deals like this." And that's what you're dealing with. There are over 200 vendors there, and they're all in the same boat. And some of them can be underwater right now. That actually should be happening if they were buying product at every card show the last 6 weeks and they were paying 80% the top market. Some of them can be underwater. And if you're 26 years old, where I'm 41 to 42, We're in different places of our life. We have different goals. Not everyone is created equal. I am trying not to vend and to be an online store. Vending is a way for me to move product. And because I've had this stuff for so long, I can make these deals. 10 minutes later, somebody came and sold me two one-piece boxes for $480. I was going to take them home to the personal collection. About an hour later, they were sitting on my table. Somebody offered me 800 for them, and I gave it to them for 800. So I made that money back in the deal by buying those one-piece boxes at 75% and selling them off. I'll show them they're right here. So I made my money back on that deal in an hour. So that's the way things work out if you're vending. So the next hour or so goes by, and when I'm vending in my collection, how I collect, I buy high-end alt art cards. I want things that will be able to move in money that go up over time. So I had a lot of 151 IRs, a lot of alt arts from Evolving Skies. I'll try to show if I have it here. Charizard, Paldean Fates, Venusaur 151, Groudon from Paradox Rift. A lot of those cards, right? Sealed 151 Snorlax promos. And then again, a 19-year-old kid comes along. And when this happens, guys, I want to talk to these people. I want to know what they're doing, how they're doing it, and why. He's a team of 8. He's on Whatnot. They have 90,000 followers. I'll buy your whole book. So again, I tell him to take a lap and come back, and I message one of my vendors who's a friend, TCG Treasures. Go follow him on Instagram. And he tells me not to deal with the guy. He's on Whatnot. He'll lowball you. Again, we're in different situations. I work out the number in my head. The number was about 2,000. Okay? I said, if he offers me 1,700, I'm going to take it. He comes back. He offers me 1,650. I get him to 1,700. I take it. The cost of having to not come back and pay for a table or another table to bring that product home is not as important to me. A lot of those cards, again, I got full market for. We'll go through like the Rayquaza alt art from Evolving Skies. I paid like $100 for that 3 years ago. So maybe I lost on that card or broke even, and then another 2 cards I broke even. And I get full market for the rest of the 36 to 40 cards in the binder. So I'm happy doing that and taking it home. So we had a great day raising capital, and all our US product is now gone. I literally have 3 Crown Zenith tins left from the collection sell-off and 1 or 2 Temporal Forces booster boxes. If anybody wants them, they're on the website, apkcollectibles.com. That is all I have left, and we're going to move into working with Japan in 2026, and I'm going to start with the Mega Dream set. So we are cash heavy. We are moving into this, but this just goes to show you where the market is and what's going on. It's very disconnected in a lot of ways. So if all the Whatnot streamers, all these guys are on Whatnot buying all this product, they need a lot of product. When does it end? How does it stop? Because I went on last night. I finally registered as a seller. I don't know if I'm going to go on, but I want to research and see what's going on because I don't go on Whatnot because I know my tendencies as a buyer. And my tendencies as a buyer will be to buy things and waste money. And that's what people are doing. I'm meeting people that don't seem to have any knowledge in the hobby that have 500 to 600 followers on Whatnot, spinning wheels, doing gambling games. And I don't understand it. It's just me. I don't know what it is. To each his own, but something has to be done or said about it in the marketplace because if all these people need all this product, plus you have all the new investors keeping sealed product, I don't know when or how it ends because everyone is saying that it's going to end badly, that it's cyclical. So it's weird to describe because the hobby is so big. So when you talk about the supply and demand, they can make as much as they want. But if the demand keeps growing, it doesn't matter how many are out there. It doesn't matter if there's 15,000, 20,000 graded cards, Pikachu felt hat. If all these people want it, it can be sustainable. It's when and if it crashes, when all the people leave, when the easy money's gone, when people stop buying on Whatnot. Rapid fire singles. That's the thing that's going to set the match to the torch if it ends and when it crashes because everybody is on Whatnot. I went on last night and there's like 7 or 8 live shows with 200 to 300 people in them just buying $8 packs, buying singles that are overpriced. And when that stops, I think that's what's going to turn the market. So that was pretty much my day. And now I don't have to go vend again unless I start buying collections. Moving into 2026, we're going to try to start buying collections. But again, the goal is going to be to build community and to try and gain distribution in the next 3 years. That's where we are right now. So that was our weekend, and it was really, really great. And it was wild to see, but that's what you're seeing from the vendors as well, is that these guys don't want to budge. I spoke to a lot of different vendors, college kids that just going to Target and flipping stuff vending. That, you have a lot of legacy vendors with a lot of product, but you also have a lot of that going on. They were just tables with ETBs of Phantasmal Flames from botting, and everyone's paying it. So when you say don't pay the flippers, if you're taking a small sample size of 200 tables in just one mall, they were everywhere and everybody was carrying them around. That's the thing. Everybody wants the shiny new thing all the time. And when you talk about the new Charizard card, yeah, there's going to be a lot of them, but everybody's going to want it. The set is a 1 or 2 card set that people are going to want. And when that price drops to a reasonable price, maybe $250, you'll see the buyers come in because every Pokemon collector is going to want that card, no matter how many are out there. Charizard's the king. It's a great artwork. Everyone's going to want it. That's just the way it is. As a company, it was great for me to bring in cash. And now, what does this accomplish for me? So, who I will post on B-roll here. He shook my hand at the end of that deal and said, if I ever get stuck, he'll come buy my entire collection. So by giving him that deal, I made a network connection. The same with the 19-year-old kid on Whatnot. I made a network connection, meeting people, building community, as many people as I can, because when those orders come in, and if I get distribution, I want as many New Jersey vendors. I want as many people in the neighborhood, in the area that want product. I want as many connections as I can get, because if I get stuck with it, I need to reach out and move it for when the next stuff comes in. So we're preparing for all that slowly, and we're doing it slowly, and we're trying to do it correctly. Shop apkcollectibles.com. We're giving away a Destin Rivals booster box and 2 Surging Sparks, Costco bundles at 1,000 subscribers. I have some other things in the works. I don't know if you guys have seen these things on my wall, but I cannot talk about them yet, but I'm working on something, and I'm working with a lot of people trying to get something accomplished. And when I have an update for you, I will definitely share it. Thank you guys for your time. I'll see you in the next video.